Mhm. 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 Okay, the beginning of this meeting is dedicated to programmer Bob Pellegrino, who recently announced on the TI-99ers Facebook page that he had written a fun game called Wizard's Lair. And this was distributed from in the Triton catalog. And back in the day, I had bought this program as along with the sequel to Wizard's Lair, which is Wizard's Revenge. And these are both extended basic programs. They were marketed in Triton in 1987. And I put everything in a green pocket portfolio, which has the disc, the manuals, the printouts of the actual programs, and any notes or instructions, the floppy disks. And here is the original ads that were in the Triton catalog that I clipped out and pasted in here for reference. So when I go to look at something later, I go, okay, this is what I bought and this is what I had. Wizard's Lair is a semi-graphical, well, John's not here today. This is a little late for our introduction. Wizard's Lair is a semi-graphical fantasy role-playing adventure game. So we'll get to it. We're using RXB as usual. And we're going to tell RXB to load off of disk 1, which is where Wizard's Lair is located. Now to play this, you really need the manual because the screen is rather sparse as far as what you need to do. Like here's your commands. And you really need this page to be able to play the game. And in about 5 minutes, you get fluent at it. And you pick up the procedure of how to play it pretty good. It is a two-part program, load and wizard. So the load program loads, that's what's going on now. And after a minute, it'll say press enter. And you do that, and then the actual game itself loads. Wizard's Revenge is very much the same. It uses pretty much the same commands for movement, fighting, checking your inventory, stuff like that. It's still loading now. Yeah, so Bob was pleased as punch that people still remembered his game. People on the Facebook page were still interested in getting a copy of it. We had a bit of a discussion as to if Triton had actually sold any of these games. Excuse me. Hello? Yeah? Yes. No, I'm in the middle of a TI meeting right now for recording. I'll probably be busy all day. I gotta go now. Bye. Sorry about that, folks. Okay, so this is your main screen. What you see here I can press L for turn left and press enter. Most of the commands. Uh-oh, we got a monster here. This is a fairy. So you press and hold the A key for attack. And that will guarantee that your input is accepted all the time. Okay, so we lost a couple health points there up at the top. C is your constitution. That's your overall health is C. Underneath that, S is your strength. So we start at a value of 2. Underneath that is L for luck. How lucky you are, like if you swing at a monster, do you actually hit it or miss? T is treasure points. If you pick up items, you score for picking stuff up. And E is experience. You get experience points for defeating monsters and picking up items. So we're going to turn left here and press enter. Wipes the screen, redraws it. Okay, we've turned 90 degrees to the left. There's a little blue speck there on the floor. So we're going to press M to move and press enter. That's not what I wanted to do. Uh-huh. Well, that's the weapon you have. Later on, you can pick up a club, a sword. Yeah. And so right now we're on the display equipment map. And I'm trying to figure out how to get off of that. Okay, pretend that I've just gotten this game. And I'm learning along with you on how to play it. Well, this is a bit of a puzzle because I don't know how to get out of the screen. This is the oh, I can't get out of this screen because we were entering level 2. I took one step forward and I tripped down a pothole into the next level. That's why I couldn't get out of that screen. So now we're on level 2. Press enter. Okay, now we're on level 2. Okay, we're looking straight ahead. By looking straight ahead, I can see a dwarf is attacking. So just hold down the A key. My constitution is 8. Now it's 7. Now it's 6. Now it's 5. Okay, I have slain the monster, but my constitution's only 3 now. So we're going to move forward by pressing M and enter. Yes, I defeated him. Now there's a little bottle there, so we want to pick it up by pressing P and enter. Now we'll press D and E for display equipment and press enter. Oh, we have a vanish spell and a locate spell. A locate spell is helpful for detecting traps. Yeah, now we press enter. We go back. No, that is a different command. The letter U. If you press just the letter U, you will use the most recently picked up item. U1 and U2 if you put in U1 and then press enter, you'll use item number 1. So let's display the equipment again. So if if I'm on the action screen and I press U1, it'll use the first item. U2, it'll be the second item. You might want to write this down. So press enter to go back. Okay, it draws the map. Yeah, some people went like, oh wow, turn right, a fantasy role-playing game that's not Tunnels of Doom. So this gives you a fairly simple display. It comes up rather quick. We'll press M for move and enter. We'll move forward because there's a little smudge there on the floor. Oh, and it's resolved into another bottle. So we'll press P to pick up and enter. A healing potion, okay. Press DE and enter. Okay, so there's our 3 items. A vanish spell, a locate spell, and a heal spell. Press enter. Yes, Hal. We're going to find out in a minute because our constitution is only around 3. So I'm going to press U3 and try using the healing spell. Oh, okay. We picked up 7 points for our constitution. Yes. Yes, yes. Yeah. Not quite like when the Three Stooges visited that manor in Scotland, and the Lord of the Manor had his servant break out that real nice single malt scotch, and they all got to sniff the cork. He never poured them a drink. So we're going to press B, which is back. You turn 180 degrees and move. Well, that's what it was supposed to do. Oh, entering level 3. I guess that's all there was of level 2. Okay, so if you look at the top of the TI screen, it says entering level 3. And this is where I was frustrated at because I didn't bother reading that. You can't do anything on this screen. You have to wait for level 3 to load. So it's generating level 3. So, getting started. Make sure alpha lock is down. Cassette users type run CS1. Disk users, it's auto load and run from extended basic. Interpreting the screen, the large window shows a 3-dimensional view of the dungeon chamber you are currently in. You can also see passages and doorways for up to 2 chambers ahead. To the right of the window are the status indicators. The top line displays the direction in which you are now facing, north, south, east, or west. The next line down is your current score. The following lines are interpreted as follows. And that's where I said, yes, C for Constitution, S for Strength, L for Luck, T for Treasure Points, E for Experience. Further down on the screen on the right is displayed the last piece of equipment on your equipment list. It is always abbreviated by the first 3 letters. You entered the castle with a vanish spell in your pack, so this area now displays Van. Okay, we're going to pick up that item in the foreground. Press P and enter. And I see there's a monster there in the background, and there's a little blue dot in the left of the background. A demon. Press and hold the A button for attack. No, he recommends you hold it down to get the maximum number of hits. Okay, so we lost. Our constitution is -1, And at the bottom of the playing screen, it says, "Another victory for the forces of evil." So, shucks. Our rating, your score, in this case, the rating at the top of the screen is 36. No, I don't. Yeah. We had 2 elves and a demon there. Each chamber can hold 1 item. The gold chests contain the wizard's treasure. I don't know if I'll actually be able to do anything anymore. No, I want to display what we have in inventory. In the lower right corner, yeah, we're on level 3. So I want to see what was in that wizard's chest. When you pick up, you'll be shown what it is. If it's treasure, your treasure total will be lead equals 0, brass is 25, silver's 100, gold's 300, diamonds 500. If you pick up weapons or magic, they'll be added to your equipment pack. 10 items can be held in your pack. Now, I think at the start of the game, I might have gotten off on the wrong foot or gone in the wrong direction. This is how these adventure games usually end. Weapons. The better your weapon, the easier it is to kill monsters. The better your shield, yeah. The better your shield, the less damage you take when you're attacked. Well, so far we haven't found a weapon or a shield. One time when I played this, I found a club. I thought, okay, so that's a little more effective than a stick for hitting a monster. You may hold 1 weapon and 1 shield at a time. Shield names are displayed with a colon preceding them. To change weapons or shields, enter the appropriate U command, like use most recently picked up item. The new item from your equipment list will replace the old one, which will be discarded. Okay, so if you got a club and you find a sword, then you can press U for that, and you'll throw away the club and you'll have the sword. If you enter a chamber containing a monster, except for the wizard, that's later, you cannot proceed unless the monster is dead, or if you've used magic on him. You may retreat from the chamber by pressing and holding B. That's the back button. When a monster is present, you must remember to hold the keys down until they are displayed on the screen. A monster may not attack you right away, so you may have time to pick up first. If you decide to attack, press and hold A. You'll be guaranteed to get your hits in between his. You may have to hit a monster quite a few times before killing him, depending on the strength of the monster and your strength, luck, and weapon. For example, if you are low on strength and luck and have only a stick for a weapon and no shield, a long battle with a tough monster may kill you. Always keep an eye on your constitution during battle and be ready to retreat if it gets close to 0. Watch your strength and luck as they drop slightly, especially against the stronger monsters. If your strength should drop to 0 and you continue to attack, there is a chance that the monster may knock the weapon or shield from your hands, and you will lose it if this happens. You may still continue to fight using your hands, but your effectiveness will be greatly diminished. What you gotta do, slap them, you know? Yeah. If you defeat a monster, you will gain the appropriate experience points. If you leave a chamber during the attack, okay, now this is critical. I'll show you later why. If you leave the chamber, the monster will rejuvenate and will again be at full strength when you return. If you are under attack and you wish to enter commands other than A or B, Don't forget to hold each key down until it's displayed on the screen, and then press and hold Enter, because the TI is busy doing other stuff rather than, looking at the keyboard. If you see a monster in the chamber ahead, be wary, for he may decide to run down into your location. Monsters tend to roam around a bit, so always be ready for the unexpected. Okay, one thing we didn't run into is, here, I'm going to, this monster just wandered into the chamber we were in. I didn't even have a chance to, yeah. So I'm going to turn left. We'll look down this corridor. Now remember last time I turned left and I took like 2 steps and fell down a pothole into level 2. I never did get to the end of this corridor. Turn left again. Okay, so there's nowhere to go. I have to press R for right. I have to go straight, turn left once and go straight ahead. And I see there's an object on the floor there at this T intersection. So we'll move forward 1 square. Oh yeah, we're entering level 2. So I have no choice. Okay, so while it's doing this, I'll read more out of the instruction book. Pretty comprehensive, isn't it? He put in a whole bunch of stuff that I haven't seen in other games. Traps. Any item found in a chamber may have been booby-trapped by the evil wizard. You can search for traps by entering T, provided that your locate spell has not reached 0. So we need to pick up a locate spell. We have a vanish spell right now. We don't have a locate spell. You have entered the castle. Oh, you've entered the castle with a locate spell level of 4. It's decreased by 1 every time you enter T. Whenever you use a new locate spell, the value it is currently at will be increased by 12. Magical spells and devices. There are 10 different types of magic spells and devices which can be found throughout the dungeon. Any magic listed on your equipment list can be used at any time by entering the appropriate U command. Spells used to increase strength or luck will not increase these values past 4. Well, that guy caught me flat-footed because I was reading out of the manual rather than watching. Why didn't you warn me? Oh, I mean that a monster was showing up. Yeah. Actually, that's an image of a bottle with an S on it, like for spell. And in the middle of the screen there on the black on the floor, just past that door, hallway on the left, there's a blue dot which indicates an undefined object, which could be a spell, a weapon, a shield, gold, things like that. So I'll get the hang of this yet. My learning curve is, yeah. I got a learning curve. It's more like a heartbeat than a... Okay, the map. Enter DM to display the map. You can also enter this command from the equipment screen list or from the press enter prompt, which appears prior to the gameplay before each menu. The top of the screen will display the direction you are facing and the amount of time units which have elapsed. The map is itself oriented. Now let's try that. We'll look at the map first. Because I don't think we looked at display map on this, because we had one of them wandering monsters always showed up. The map itself is oriented so that north is always at the top. The unexplored chambers are shown as magenta boxes, and the explored chambers as light blue boxes. Your position is marked by a black box. To get back to the game, press Enter. If you wish to view the equipment list from the screen, press DE, Display Equipment, and then Enter. So the levels. The dungeon of Waymore Castle contains 4 levels. The deeper you get, the harder it becomes to survive. You may at any time proceed to the next level by entering N for next. You'll be asked for verification if you do this. There is also a time limit for each level. Gee, when time is up, you will automatically be sent to the next level. Try not to waste time. The clock is running even when no keys are being pressed. Now he tells me. Last page of the manual. The following is a list of the number of chambers and time limits for each level. So level 1, chambers 24, there's 24 chambers and 60 time units. Level 2 is 31 chambers and 75 time units. 3 is 38 chambers and 90 time units. Level 4, 45. So you get more chambers for each level you go down, and the time units increases proportionately. Okay. Ratings. Here we go. So this gives you an idea that black is where we're at, and pink is unexplored chambers are shown as magenta, and explored chambers is light blue, and north is, okay, we're facing west. All right, so this gives you some orientation of where you're at. This is the first time I've displayed a map. I don't know if it always shows you the same map every time you play the game. If it does, it gives you a chance to, map out the chambers and how this maze-like caverns are, and give you more of a fighting chance of, okay, well, you see here on the left, all we can do is go down to a T intersection, because you can't go up, can't go left, can't go right. So we're facing west right now, and okay, but this is oriented north, so we would have to turn left, go down, and then either turn right or turn left again to go west or east. Okay, so that makes sense. So this is a preview of the Wizard's Lair. And of course, what's the point of all this is to win the game. To win the game, you must reach level 4 and kill the evil wizard. This is not an easy task, for the wizard has incredible strength. Unlike the monsters, however, the wizard will not gain his strength back if you leave and then return. The wizard will also allow you to pass by him. Not all spells will work against the evil wizard. To replay the game, press function 4, type run and press enter. Okay, so you don't have to go back to the title bar screen and select extended basic again. So it's got a loader program and the actual game. We'll do a D for directory, drive 1, and that's the programs. It's the same thing for Wizard's Revenge. There's a load program, and there's the actual game itself. Now for the second item that Bob did was called the Mentor Fun Pack. And I usually steered clear of things with words like mentor because it sounded like that edutainment type stuff. But this is not. It's a collection of various programs. And so there's a cataloging program. There's Dark Dungeon. There's the Dungeon of Dread. A program called Faces. One called Gallery. I think that's like a carnival shooting gallery. Marooned. I think that's another adventure game. Music Maker. That sounds interesting. Sprite Maker, which I'm told is one of the best of the bunch for defining and generating sprites easily. And another adventure game, Tut's Tomb. Well, Tut's Tomb, I think it was called Tut Mania Chime. And again, here's the original manual, and with its original tiny font as it came. This was produced by, I think, Triton made this package. Bob gave him the software, and they came up with the manual and stuff like that. Here's the manual I created for these eyes. I scanned it and enlarged it so I can actually read what it says. So in the Mentor Fun Pack, it says Copyright Mentor Computer Services. And underneath it says Programs in this edition, copyright 1986 by Rainbow Software. That was Bob Pellegrino's own software company. And requires extended basic cartridge. And the first edition of the Mentor Fun Pack for the TI features 8 fine extended basic programs from Rainbow Software. 1. Dark Dungeon, adventure where you search the dungeon for treasure. 2. Dungeon of Dread. There's a 3D window into the world of this adventure. 3. Faces. Children of all ages will have fun making moving faces on the screen. 4. Carnival. Similar to the popular arcade game Carnival. Features music. 5. Marooned. You're marooned on a faraway galaxy. Get back to Earth by entering the right 2-word commands. Music Maker. Music composition program that lets you save your songs. Sprite Maker. Create, edit, and animate up to 4 sprites with this utility. And number 8, Tut's Tomb. Plain language commands guide you through to the great Pharaoh's treasure. All right, this was originally set up to run from cassette. I'll run down here to Loader. You might wonder, well, why is this called Loader instead of Load? We'll just get into Extended Basic. Oh, we're on disk 2. We'll list this. I'll stop it. Okay, line 1, Mentor Fun Pack, cassette version. All right, so what this does is it tells you how to load the games you want. So we'll actually run this. Now what I have is I must have run the cassette once and then immediately saved everything onto a floppy disk. So I wouldn't have to do the old CS1 and listen to the computer grind. So we want the instructions here on the screen. Yeah, well, I have a milk crate full of cassette tapes that I've accumulated at various Chicago fairs. And yeah. And people have mentioned there might be software that only exists on those cassettes. Yeah. Oh. Yeah. There is a graphical music program called House of the Rising Sun that plays the popular song rather well. We've demonstrated it some years ago. I don't know if that's the Tiger Cub collection. But anyway, here is the the loader program that came on with the program. Welcome to the Mentor Fun Pack for the TI-99/4A computer. This first edition features 8 fine extended basic programs. Okay. Running Mentor Fun Pack programs is easy. When you finish reading this information, you can run each program by typing Run CS1 and pressing the Enter key. Ignore the prompt that asks you to rewind the tape. It's helpful to keep track of the tape counter number at the start of each program. So they put 8, actually I think 9 programs on the cassette. The first one was the loader. So it's sort of interesting to figure out how you would actually get to this program itself. You get these fine programs: Dark Dungeon, Dungeon of Dread, Faces Gallery, Maroon Music Maker, Sprite Maker, and Types 2. See the enclosed manual for instructions. Mentor will now run the first program off the cassette, Dark Dungeon, for you. Listing complete, press spacebar to continue. Okay, so now we're at the CS1 prompt. So there is no extended basic load program. There is no menu for running these. So what we're going to do here is go back to something else, if you bear with me a minute. Okay, I have to close a window here. Here we go. Okay, is what you're seeing now, are you seeing a tabletop with a piece of handwritten paper and a okay. There we go. Now you can see that. All right. What this is this is what Bob posted on TI-99ers, is his typed and handwritten note from Rainbow Software, that's his company, to Triton, to Mentor Computer Services. And to briefly go through what this is actually saying, hang on, let me get my copy here, is that I just received the package of the fun pack. You did a great job on the documentation. In the package on the whole looks terrific. I have 3 suggestions for spots in the documentation that may need a bit more clarity for the average consumer. So this is for this in the Dark Dungeon selection. This is probably darn near illegible to you, but it says a room number must be entered to unlock a door. So I guess you get the doors and you got to unlock them. Just typing "you" enter as stated in the instructions will not unlock a door. This procedure is similar to the one for teleport, where each room has a number. And then the note number 2, dread, page 5, paragraph 4 or 9. It's important that the player know that the wizard will return to full strength if the player leaves the room. Unfortunately, this cassette tape is sitting on top of some of the instructions. The actual, here, let me get back. The actual he doesn't own that piece of paper anymore, and the actual manual I have seems to be the early manual that doesn't explain things like to enter a room, you got to use the room number. So we're going to quit this loader program. We'll do a directory on disk 2. Go to dark, press the space bar for loading an extended basic. So Dark Dungeon program description. In the Dark Dungeon, one of 4 players, okay, so this could be a multiplayer game, become dungeon adventurers who must explore the dungeon in search of treasure while gaining experience points by defeating the monsters who lurk in the chambers. The object of the game, okay, we'll put in 3 players. Me, Al, and random dungeon being created. It takes a while here. The object of the game is to become the first player to reach 4,000 victory point total and exit the dungeon without getting killed. Getting started, when you first run this program, enter the number of players and player names up to 7 letters. The computer will then generate this unique dungeon. So I guess every time you play it, it's different. If any player's constitution reaches 0, that player dies and is out of the game. The screen. The player starts in a hallway. The screen is divided into 3 fields. The top field displays what, if anything, is in the room. The middle field displays your name, location, room number, and where you've come from. East means from the east. Follow this in the action list of possible options. The letter key codes are NSEW, north, south, east, west. D, down, for drink a potion. U, unlock a locked room. P, pick up treasure. T, total current score. M, C map. And AP, which means attack another player. Oh, okay, so you can turn on each other. The room numbers are in row column order. So hallway 2-5 means that you were in the hallway at row 2, column 5 on the dungeon map. The bottom field lists so let's press M to see the map, see where we're at. Okay, so in the middle of the screen on the right, it's drawing the map And I guess gee, it'd be nice if it's. You may look at the map at any time without losing a turn. The legend is yellow, empty black is an unexplored room. Okay, that's the O's, circles. Yellow is your location. Light blue is where the other players are. Oh, so you're not in a group. Dark blue is a dead monster chamber. Solid black is an explored room. Purple is a locked room. Some hallways may be locked, yet may contain treasure. Unlocking a room takes 1 turn and 50 constitution. To unlock, type U and then press enter. A few rooms have hidden tunnels in them. If you enter a tunnel room, you will slide to another room at random. I'm sure you all remember the Twisty Maze in Zork 1, where nothing was labeled, and you could keep sliding down into the same room over and over and not realize it. Chambers and monsters. If you move into a chamber, a red room, your turn will continue. There are 12 chambers, each of which has 1 monster and 1 or more treasures. Once in a room, you can AM, attack a monster. Okay, so this was same as Wizard's Lair. But here's a new one, AP, attack player. D, to drink a potion. R, to retreat. M, to see map. And enter just by itself. You pass your turn if there's nothing you want to particularly do. You cannot move through a chamber until the monster is dead. If desired, you can retreat to the previous room, except for A, directly after teleporting. Oh, you can teleport. And B, from an entrance room, or C, directly after a tunnel. Any of these takes you to a random room. When you move into a red chamber, the middle field of the screen will display the chamber name, type of monster, and kill total for that monster. Okay, so how do we get back to the game after this? Actions. Well, he's pretty comprehensive here and everything. He spells it out. It's not like you're flying blind. Okay. Well, let's try to teleport. I think they'll just take us to a random room. No, it just took us. We're in the hallway at 1-1, the front entrance. And the action, see, how do we move? We want to move east. So we'll press E and press enter. We're in the hallway at 1-2. Heard a beep, the screen redraws, and apparently there's nothing there. Okay, so we can move and go east again. Oh, because I pressed M for map. We just press E for east. That was the illegal. Ooh, I'm in a slime chamber. I wonder if there's a wumpus around here. The monsters are close. Here's the monster's a giant bat. Action. Okay, so this is a little more, less frenzied than Wizard's Lair because it's all turn-based. There's no clock running. You can take your time to figure out what to do. So I'm going to see map, pick up treasure, unlock a room, attack another player. Yeah, it's like the key presses here. Yeah, there's 2 commands that aren't listed up here. Yeah, let's look at the Mentor for okay. So, drink potion, see map, pick up treasure. AP. I don't want to attack another player. AP. What was R again? Yeah, see these docs, it's like the copy I have is the beta version. And he had, I showed you that handwritten note he had where he said, I have some suggestions for playing this game. Yeah. I'm trying to find my rest of my notes here. Here. Yes, I printed it out. His handwritten note that has the corrections that he suggests be added into the manual. So I think what I'll be doing is going back and forth in between this manual and his notes. And I'll try AP. No, I don't want to attack another player. Attack player. Oh, shit. Sorry, Jeff. I thought I had my name as the first name on that list. I was going to see if it would let me abuse myself, but I guess not. Okay, so we're in hallway 1-2. Let's look at the map. Yeah. So Hal, it's your turn. You're in 1-2, which is the yellow square. You see me in that square. And you can actually attack me if you want, or if you want to move. You can move west, you can move east, or you can move south. Yeah. Well, I've already moved east. Let's move you south. We'll go to the second row, because right now we're in row 1, room 2. So this should take us to row 2, column 2. Oh, there's treasure there. Funny, I drew the map. So now we want to pick up the treasure. I think it's supposed to show us something. Oh, Jim, you're in chamber 4-6, and there's a giant bat. Okay, that was it. That's not in the docks, AM. And we only know that because we already ran Wizard's Lair. Okay, it's my turn again. I'm facing north. I'm in hallway 2-2. I'm going to go east again. Oh, no. There's a dwarf there. Try AM. Yeah, okay. We only know AM because we already played Wizard's Lair. So there's really no way to really pick it up here, and the docs are incomplete for that. We don't have that command. Yeah. Well, this is the fine-tuning. They may very well have come out with the alpha version of the manual for people who bought this after I did. And or maybe not. I don't know. I don't think there's a Dark Dungeon Facebook page. Although maybe we can create one. Okay, Hal, let's look at the map. Yeah. Oh no, I think this is like a Roach Motel. Once you get in, you don't get out. Although some games let you retreat and let you leave. This doesn't say. This says what the point of the game is. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, there's nothing there. You're right by the entrance there. I think 1-1 is the entrance. Here, let's try to go west. I'll oblige you. Yeah, this screen, I think it's supposed to show you something. Okay, you must have picked up the treasure. Jim's in the slime chamber with the giant bat again. Oh no, you've been hit by the monster. Well, I guess your turn was over because it went to my turn. Yeah. Well, if you play this solo, it's probably a quick game, but I think this is pretty neat to where you can have 4 players. And this is fairly quick. Tunnels of Doom is somewhat cumbersome when you're playing with more than one player, especially like if you got a group of 4 people and you just walk into a room, then just the first 2 people are in the room, and the other 2 people have to wait for the first 2 to get out of the way for them to get in there, unless in Tunnels of Doom you do burst, where your party bursts into the chamber, and all 4 of them show up in there at once. So you have a chance of everybody moving around and fighting. But yeah, this is nice. If you played this solo, it'll probably be a fast game. So I'm at 2-3. I'm going to head south. Ooh. Wait, I ran down the slide and I walked up it again? Let's look at the map. Okay, so dark blue shows a place I've been to before. So I can go east again. You slimed me. Or there's more than one. Okay, my shield picked up 2 points. I think it was only 10 before. Now it's 12. Okay, Hal, you're at 1-1. I can try moving you west. Well, you wanted to leave. So we're in the yellow square, and it won't let us leave. Okay. And you've already been 1 square to the right in column 2. Row 1, column 2, and you've already been 1 square to the right and 1 down, row 2, column 2. Well, we can go south. That's a new room you haven't been in before. Who knows what kind of twisty maze this actually is. And I think they said, what, it's unique for each game? Okay, you're in 4-6. Okay, that's where you're at there. About the middle of the screen, the far right row. Go north. How's our recording time doing? Okay, are we limited on time or... Okay. All right, I guess there was nothing there in that chamber. I'm in 4-6 again. I'm going to... So... Yeah, I don't know what happened. An empty chamber, perhaps? Okay, and I slid. So I'm on 4-6. I'm in the middle of the screen, the far right. I'm going to head south. S and press enter. Oh, it's a mad chamber. Ooh. I think you said you can just pass by the wizard. You know. Ah, here's action. AM. I don't remember seeing that on an earlier screen. We've used it, but I don't remember seeing that command being posted. And it's not in the documentation. Oh hell, let's try. And something tells me that blue screen there, something should be showing up. Unless that's just an artifact from going from the combat screen back to the next player. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, although I haven't had any artifacts since I went to version 2 on the F18 software. Do you remember how I was having all sorts of problems? Mm-hmm. Okay, so Hal, you are in the yellow screen at 1-1, and we tried going to, I think we tried going south. All we can do is like go east again. Because everything that, when we headed south from this room, it was a slide. Yeah, nothing's displayed there. Okay, Jim, it's your turn. No, I guess it was an empty room. Okay. Let's see where we're at. Sometimes I wish they would just paint the map every time, but it takes time to do this. Okay, so if you're the yellow square, you want to go north. That's someplace you haven't been before. So press N for north. Hallway 2-6. I guess there was nothing there. Okay, I'm in this mad chamber. Having more guts than sense, I'll attack the monster. I got 814 constitution. Okay, hell. I think you could do a display at rather than redrawing the whole screen, and leave the map up there and just update it. Move that yellow box around for the current player. Okay, so Hal, you're in 1-2. We can try going east again. Hallway 1-3. Okay, Jim, you're in. Somehow I don't think we're going to get down to the 4th level in tonight. Okay. Oh, tunnel slide to 7-1, but it's blocked. So you retreat back to your former position. Ah. Yeah, see how it shows a, instead of an O, it shows like a square symbol there? That's someplace you've been before. Oh, wait, it slid you to 1-2. So you're in the top. You want to go south. I think that was a slide. Well, guess not. You got treasure. I'm still in the mad chamber with this wizard. Now my constitution's down to 634. I'm going to process a map because they say the wizard, you can walk by him without attacking him and without him attacking you. So it might be he only does defensive type stuff. Okay, I'm going to try heading south from this position. Okay, it won't let me. Yes, thank you, Jim. Oh, now I'm back in the slime chamber. Yeah. Okay, so now I know where the wizard is, and if the wizard don't wander around, although I'm sort of surprised, why is he up on level 1? Yeah. Okay, so I've been, what, north? That's where the wizard's at, or south is where the wizard's at? Okay, so I'll go west. Okay, hell, you're at the... I like to get to some of the other stuff on this list too, but it might be, we got enough programs here to last a year. Okay, Hal, you're on the top, sorry, Jim. You're on row 1 in the 3rd column from the left. So, yeah, the yellow block. I'll move you east again. Yeah, because these, oh no. Oh, it's an elf, just in time for the season. Oh, ye of yellow faith. I wish it kept that screen up for just a second longer. Well, yeah, with that pesky elf on the shelf narking on everybody, yeah, I think he probably deserved that one. Jewish people have Maccabee on the mantle, that mighty fighter from the Old Testament, known as the Hammer. Oh, yeah, sorry. Well, this is, here is the listing printed out. Oh, yeah. Page 2, page 3. So this is not that long of a program. And of course, yeah. Well, I'm the last person who would suggest that you go through the listing of the program and start editing stuff to where mm-hmm. Yeah. On the PC, there's a guy who beta tests sim type programs of sim farm, sim ocean, sim building construction cities, stuff like that. He goes under the handle of Gray Still Plays. Well, he learned how to edit these programs in Java. And he goes in there and he says, well, my tractor can not only go 1,000 miles an hour, it can plant 10,000 seeds of corn a second, and force can grow a mile high. And for in Sim Farm, he just had the most impossible stuff trying to get the program to crash. And the guy is hilarious. Okay, so here's me. I'm there. I think I'm going to head south again. Yeah, Gray Still Plays. The guy's hilarious. Skeleton chamber. How can it be a skeleton chamber and there's a mummy there? Okay. Yeah, that's pretty much all that's left. Oh, I lost 155 constitution. And he'll still be there my next turn. But here, Hal, let's see where you're at. Now, you realize you could edit this for the last place where you worked. The lunchroom, the bathroom, the warehouse, the factory, the boss's office. Oh no, you're in human resources. You can go either east or you can go south, Hal. Oh, that was it. A long time ago, we got the Kmart shopping Tunnels of Doom. And Gene asked me, like, can I get that on the PC? And I would have had to learn how to use an emulator. And it's, I still haven't gotten that on the PC. But I thought, go ahead, Hal. Okay. Okay, James, you're in the hallway. I'll just pull up the map as a matter of course from now on. Okay, so I think you can't go west and you can't go south on this. Well, I think these maps are custom for each player. Like you have been there. It doesn't matter to you what other players have been. How'd the wizard get there? All right, you don't. No, he's not. He had moved over. He was like, what, 2 rows down, 1 to the right. That's where the wizard was. Okay. Okay, so where do you want to move? Huh, there's no access to these. I wonder why. I've never seen that on the TI. Or Candyland. The Beastie. Mm-hmm. I don't know. I can't pull that screen back up again until it's my turn again. Yeah. However, there's nothing here. You had Taco Bell for lunch, and you overwhelmed the mummy. I just went south. I guess there was nothing there. Jim's in the hallway with a beast. You can leave, I believe. You can do an R, or you can leave just. Well, let's look at the map so we can do this intelligently if you decide to try to leave. Mm-hmm. Okay, you got a strength of 2 and a constitution of 430. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, I think we're getting this artifact on the screen with the red border because of the F-18. That's part of the screen the TI doesn't use, and that's an artifact of the F-18. So it probably just goes to a cyan screen for everybody else. And yes, I got strength of -2, James. Yeah. I don't know. Hell's in the hallway. Okay, so. Okay, no, I wasn't in that room, so I guess nothing happened. We got T for teleport. Let's try that. We haven't tried to teleport there. No, that's the total current score. Let me see. TEL. Here, T, you can see your total score. Okay, without using turn. And TEL. How is the format here? TEL, enter. Okay. Unlock a locked room. So far, we haven't run into a locked room where we got to use the turn to unlock it. No, it won't let us teleport. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. No, this is the chamber. The demon's in the restroom right now. This is just his chamber. So you can move again. Yeah, you're yellow. Oh, Hal retreats too. Okay, that's why it said Jim at the top, because he was in the same chamber as you were in. Now it's Jim's turn. Okay. Oh yeah, I still haven't defeated this mummy yet. Okay, strength a number of -2 and a constitution of 330. Strength a -3. Okay. Okay, Hal, yeah, you're in the chamber with, yeah, this top line is what's in the room. So Jim is in that room. Now, this is a competitive game. It's not like amazing. Oh, okay. This is just like the banquet. Everybody's playing paper, scissors, stone. Okay. I think we'll just end this game right here. We've given everybody a representative example of how the how Dark Dungeon is played. Okay, so that was the well, the first program on the disc is a catalog program, and here's the Dungeon of Dread. Is an adventure game for one player, featuring color graphics and a 3D window of the dungeon rooms. The object is to defeat the evil wizard on level 2 of the dungeon. You must overcome monsters and traps while picking up treasure and gaining experience points. Various weapons and spells can be picked up along the way to help you survive your journey. Getting started. Be patient. It takes about 4 minutes to generate level 1 of the dungeon. La-dee-da-dee-da-dee-da. When the blinking cursor appears, type Enter to begin. The screen. The window on the left of the screen shows a three-dimensional view of the room you are in. On the right are the status indicators. The top line tells you which direction you are currently facing. The other lines are C equals Constitution. This is your health value. You die if it reaches 0. S equals Strength. You start with 1. L equals Luck. Similar to Strength, but not as reliable. E is Experience. You get it by defeating monsters and picking up treasures. T equals Treasure Points. TOT equals Treasure plus Experience. You need at least 2,500 to reach dungeon level 2. Weapon. W is weapon, the weapon you're now holding. Whenever you enter a new room, the screen will be white. If you enter a room that you have been in before, the screen will be yellow. All commands are entered via the keyboard and will be displayed following the word Action under the window. The commands are M, move ahead, MR, move right, ML, move left, R is retreat, A is attack. All these commands except for R and A, you have to press Enter after it. But for R, retreat, yeah, you don't have to press Enter because you might be in a big hurry. The same thing with A for attack. P, pick up treasure. PS, pick up spell bottle. PW, pick up weapons case. D, display equipment list. And U is use the most recent item. This sounds familiar. U1, D1, DM, L, locate, DM, display map, L, locate traps. N, go to level 2. And backspace. Yeah, this the command sounds like Wizard's Lair, but this is taking a lot longer to generate this level. So let's look at the listing for Dungeon of Dread. Here's the printout I made back in '97 when I got it. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4 pages long, where Dark Dungeon was 3 pages long. So I think we can say this is a more complicated game. This looks like Marooned. Yeah, I actually mapped out a couple of these games. Here's the map for Tut's Tomb. I guess it always plays the same. And then for Marooned, I think you're marooned on a spacecraft because you got the control room, the engine room, stuff like that. Okay, it says ready. You press the Enter key. All right. Okay, so now you have a graphical display there of, I see 3 treasures there. So we will use specific item. P, pick up an item. And press Enter. Wait. Ooh, a silver chalice. Pick up the next one. Ah. Okay, I guess I should have looked at, like, L to look for traps. It didn't say it was a trap, so I'm going to try pig. The gold necklace. Okay. Now press M for move. Erases that corridor scene. Okay. So to the left. Oh, okay. Go pick up the treasure. And the try learn. And pressing and holding the A key. Why, it seems awful familiar, don't it? Okay. Yes. Well, he draws the adventure map different. This might be a very, very similar game, but instead of solid color panels, he does more work on drawing the corridor you're in. Yeah, I could have retreated. I could display the map. Okay. So anyway, we'll yeah. Okay, so the next on the list, at least of the manual here. Okay, got an error. Vic might have made a mistake and pressed the enter key for like an EA program rather than the space bar for extended basic. Yeah. Okay, so this is marooned. You were stranded in a far-off galaxy and have managed to dock with another starship. Will you be able to make it back home before it's too late? And these guidelines apply to both Marooned and Tut's Tomb. Adventure gaming is similar to being involved in an intricate adventure story. You will explore strange places and attempt to solve great mysteries by interacting with the computer in plain English. Use your common sense and ingenuity as you try to avoid death at every turn. Yes, adventure games can only be played once, but offer good value since one game can take many hours to solve. All commands must be entered and may be entered in plain English. Make sure alpha lock key is down. You can enter a sentence with as many words in it as will fit, but the computer will assume that the first word is a verb and the last word is the object. The rest will be ignored. 2-word sentences are usually all that's needed to execute most commands. For example, if you type, "Look at the book on the table," and press enter, the computer will understand it as "look table." When you run an adventure game, you will see a list of verbs that is pertinent to your particular game. There will be other verbs in the game that you will have to find on your own. Yeah, or list the program and write down what they are. The following is a list of verbs frequently used in adventure games, like go, look, take, drop, open, use, read, tie, inventory, and list. You will be given the obvious exits from an area, but you will have to figure out others for yourself. Some typical movement commands might be go south, go downstairs. Always look before you leap, since there are plenty of ways in which you may be killed. It's a good idea to keep notes and draw a map as you go along. Good luck. Okay, so that's how to play the game. Here's the intro. Your ship has just run out of fuel in a faraway galaxy. You've barely managed to dock with an abandoned starship. Can you start this ship and make it back to your home galaxy? Well, since I've played this before, as I showed you, I just happen to have the map of this to find out where important stuff is and make it easier to play the second time around. However, this was also probably over 20 years ago when I wrote this map, and I don't remember any of it. Partial word list. Okay. You're in the docking bay. Okay, so this starts out in the docking bay. Let me look here. Cargo room, maintenance, hallway, torpedo bay, engine room, hallway. Here, maroon, start docking bay. We can only go east to the shuttle bay. Sometimes you only gotta have the first letter. Okay, so that wasn't good enough. Sometimes you just type in east and it knows. But this might be looking for the full word. Okay, we're in the docking bay. Now we're in the shuttle bay. There's a hatch. Okay, so if we go west, we're going to wind up back in the docking bay. So I want to go north to go to a hallway. I don't know if the hatch is closed. Okay. Good advice, James. Okay. Oh, hell. I'll just tell it go north. Okay, now at the top of the screen it says we're in the hallway. So according to my map here, the hallway has only two exits. South, the way we came from to the shuttle bay, and north to the torpedo bay. Okay, so this runs pretty quick. I don't want to ruin everybody's fun by playing the whole game and solving it for them, because everybody deserves to have their own fun in drawing these kind of maps and everything else. So this is Marooned, a outer space text-only adventure game. We could probably look at that control panel. Looked at the panel, and we saw that the photon activate switch was in the off position. So that gives us a clue. Maybe that's something we could mess with. But we'll get to the... yeah. Okay. So let's go down to gallery. Now this is supposed to be... this colorful arcade game is similar to game Carnival. Move your weapon left or right by pressing the comma or period keys. Fire by pressing the space bar. That's all the, that's like 5 lines here. Like half a paragraph. Ah. Ah. Only one shot allowed on the screen at a time, and it's easy to miss. Okay. Okay, that plays music at least at the end. Let's do a catalog on Drive 2 again. So we've done Dark Dungeon, Dungeon of Dread, Faces. I get your point. Okay, well, this was the start of Faces. He said that this was an entertaining children's program. Here's a fun program starting with a blank face. You can select eyes, ears, nose, and mouth. This sounds a lot like FaceMaker. So, again, thanks to Bob Pellegrino, who had written the Mentor Fun Pack, and that's where these programs came from. So, sorry. So, yeah, maybe next year I'll doggone it, I'll get this right yet. I'm trying to get our sign-off screen with the colors. Maybe next year I'll have this sign-off screen edited to where we actually have a 50-star flag and not a 48-star flag. Yeah, but so here's our sign-off now. Yes. Okay, Hal, if you'd like to announce when our next meeting is. Goodbye.